wanted to cut out some patterns. I had some fabric, doing some little home crafts, and I had a piece of fabric that I wanted to use, and I'm upcycling. So I'm learning how to make reusable reusable sanitary napkins. Okay, so if it's any guys watching the here, there it is. But anyway, so I made some patterns myself, and this is to be honest, this is what I'm making. I made one, and so the flaps fold over your panties like this, and then you put it in the panty, and it absorbs for menstruation or any leaks. But anyway, I have some fabric I want to use. It's actually a t-shirt from home, an old t-shirt that I bought, and I was going to throw it away because it's not flattering on me, and it has some really good fabric, and who am I to waste it? So that's one way that you can use your old clothes, is practicing sewing. And then I have a little girl, and she wants to sew too. So instead of just throwing that fabric in the garbage, guess what? We can just go ahead and use it for sewing. So I'm going to pin these down. These, see if you can see. We're my craft room. So my craft room is multi-purpose. I like crystals, minerals, all that kind of stuff, and herbs, and then also my craft room. I call it my craft room, and it truly is that. It's a craft room. Different types of craft, but still the same as my craft room. Pretty crafty. So we're pinning this down. And making all the pins go in the same direction. And so I'm doing pads for small, like panty liners. This would be the panty liner size for or a pad for the younger person or smaller person. And then here is one that I'm also making for like an overnight pad for an adult. So I'm just gonna lay this fabric out. So and actually what I'm gonna do is go through both so I can cut two out at a time. Two patterns out. There's no need in wasting that good fabric. It's a nice t-shirt. It doesn't look, it looks like I had on. It doesn't work for me anymore. And I'm sure that I purchased this t-shirt secondhand. Here's my sewing machine. I don't know if you guys have been watching me. I don't think I've put it on. I don't know. Can you see that? Well, my sewing machine is right there. I've been sewing. So, anywho, this is a good way to use your old fabric. If your clothes is too small, good fabric, you hate to part ways with it, you just repurpose it. I have the two small ones that I'm just laying out here. And then I'm going to lay out a larger one. And this one will require a few more pins in it, just so when I'm cutting it out, it doesn't do all the extra stuff. I cut out 2 of each of these patterns. Well, I made 2 of each. Just so I have it. Okay, and we're going to pin that second one down. And really, if I needed additional space, I could, which that will run into a little problem there on the edge. So I'm just going to turn that one upside down on there so we don't run into any space there, space issues. So I know that I'm using all this fabric to the, so I'll get 2, 4, 6, 8 pads out of this t-shirt. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the excess material away, because I still will be able to use that to make a few more. I just want to make sure that all that extra fabric is not in our way when I'm cutting. I don't have one of those cutting boards at this time. I'm just fold that fabric over so I have better accessibility to this fabric. Just fold that out of the way. And if I want to, I can just fold that fabric out the way as well, so I have better reach to this fabric. We're going to set this aside because I'm going to get the most out of the rest of this fabric, because it's still a nice amount of fabric. And since this is a fabric that's exposed, I'm going to go ahead and cut this one off of this. And, you know, I could go ahead and start cutting it out, but just to make it easier and I don't mess up my pins, I don't want to manipulate all that other fabric that I have pinned down so nicely. So I'm just cutting that off right there and moving that aside. I'm putting all these little extras away for right now, because we don't need all of that in our way. I was watching the declutter video last night, and it's like, throw it away, all the extra. But you know what? We're gonna just go ahead and use that to make pads. So whenever I have extra clothes that I can't use or won't use, and it's some good quality fabric, which that's one of the things that I do like is good quality fabric. But we'll repurpose it for something substantial. And I also threw my bag away. I had some extra bags, some little garbage bags in here for the trash. I must have used them or put them away or something, but not to worry. We'll grab one in a little bit. And really, you should have your patterns laying down flat when you're cutting them out. But since I have it pinned up, I'm just going to go around here and go ahead and cut those out properly. You want to try not to cut your your pattern, that's for sure. And I'm using backing as a pattern that I made it out of, because I want to be able to reuse this pattern several times, and it's just a lot thicker than a paper pattern. Some people use like a cardstock paper. Some people use the patterns, the tissue paper patterns, but you have to do what you're comfortable with. So what works for you. Okay. So that pattern is good. I'm going to take my pins out immediately and put them where they go, because we don't want to lose those, step on those. So immediately we're going to take those out, and I'm going to put my pattern to the side that I'm not using. Good quality pattern. And so these edges, okay, so that one is done. So we're gonna get the next pattern cut out. And mind you, this fabric is doubled. Cutting that next one out. I made my own pattern. You can buy the patterns for these. You can make them. It's up to you. Yesterday I made a pretty good dinner. Maybe you might catch my, if you have interest in seeing what I have for dinner. I didn't cook it online, but I just made it. It was my bootleg version of a seafood boil in my mind of what just cutting off any bits. And I cut them pretty close to the edge when I cut it out, so I don't have a lot of fabric. This isn't a tutorial of how to, this is just like watch me work type of situation. So I'm sure there's plenty of seamstress out here that are like, oh, heck no. Don't do that. Don't do that. This is for my personal family use, so. Okay, so this is a second one that I've cut out. And this is the white side. I don't know if you can tell the difference. This is white, and this is like a light pink. And so I'm taking the pins out right now. I have this magnetic pin tray that I put them on. I like to keep track of stuff. Typically I walk barefoot around my house, and so does my little girl. So we don't want to catch a pin. So you always have to keep track of sharp things around here. So this is the pattern that my pattern that I made. So I'm putting that one away, over here. So I'm going to fold this piece of fabric. And this, I'm repurposing the fabric. I had this really nice thick cotton t-shirt. And I did buy fabric for this project, but because I'm learning, and these are my first test pads that I'm making. Because I'm making sanitary pads. I made this one. So this is the first one. It was very bulky and thick, which, okay, I'm going to find a better way to do it. And it has a snap on it, and it folds over the panty and goes into your pants. So it's good for periods and incontinence, like that, whichever one you want to use it for, okay? So I had this great thick t-shirt. It was cotton. Because I'm learning, I don't want to use the most expensive fabric that I purchased for it. So I want to use it. And why not upcycle your old clothes? This is an old t-shirt that I had that I'm using for the pattern. And it's 100% cotton, and it's really thick. And who am I to throw that in the garbage? But it doesn't look flattering on me anymore. I have been working out, but in the meantime, I need more space to put other clothes. And so guess what? We're going to repurpose that t-shirt. I bought some fabric from Hobby Lobby, and it wasn't cheap. So, and it wasn't that much of it. So I'm going to use this until I learn how to use that one, stuff, till I learn how to make them better. I'm inspired to do it because I have a little girl that will be needing pads in a little bit. And I did buy a bunch of pads because I do like to stock up on things that we need. And, I was like, it would be awesome to make these for her. And you never know what the economy may bring. I know we had that problem in the Suez Canal, where the water is low, the goods and the merchandise that comes from overseas may possibly be delayed, and then that's possible shortages, all that. So we get a lot of things imported, so you never know. I think it was a shortage on Pampers not too long ago. But you can also make your own cloth Pampers if you want to. So this is going to be a safeguard to make sure that we have those things that we need in our house. It's two ladies in our house, so ladies need lady things. So this is us making lady things. So this is, you'll see. So this is a size that she would possibly wear. I bought her the pads, and I had her try it on, and I had her wear it. She's not needing them just yet, but just to see what her comfort level was, I had her try on that. And so the one that I bought, I'm basing this off of the size that she wore. Okay. So, and here we are again. We're going to take these pins and put them on our magnetized pin tray. So like I said, we do walk barefoot. And so this is what the pattern looks like. And it's two pieces in there because I doubled it. You typically want to cut one out at a time, but I'm saving time. Now, I don't want to spend all my time cutting the fabric out. It's a nice substantial piece of fabric, okay? And so I did 2 large ones. And then here's 2 sets of, here's the other set. Okay, and this one is right here on a seam. And I am, just so it lays flatter when I cut it, I'm going to cut that seam loose. So I know I have enough, maybe I won't. I just have to be careful when I make it. So we're going to the path of least resistance. But what we will do is start on that side. And that pin, it's not there, but we're going to get one up top. Yeah, so this is just a homemade pattern. I'm cutting that out. Guys, if you don't mind, subscribe to the channel. I need a thing for YouTube. You need like 1,000 subscribers so you can get monetized. That would be great if I could get monetized. Great, great, great. I do random things. This isn't just a sewing channel. I have all kind of hobbies and interests. From day to day, you never know what shenanigans I'll be doing. Right now, we're here in my craft room. So I got that piece off the seam. That's pretty thick, and got that one out the way. And so we're going to go over here to the other side. Alright, so this is the last one, and here again we'll be taking the pins out, keeping up with those pins. Okay, and I'll put these, all of these back where they go. There's 4 of them. Okay, and here are the cotton pads. I know that's gonna be a good project for Maya. So I'm gonna put hers in one pile and mine in one pile. Okay. And so from there, we're gonna get this t-shirt back over here. we cut out, because we're going to use this to the fullest. We're going to get all of the fabric of this that we can. So let's see what we have room for here. Let's put this back together again. So, and the goal here is to use up all of this fabric that we can, even the arms. So let's see what we can get out of that. Let's see if can we make another pad for Amaya out of that fabric. Okay, barely. Right there, barely. We're gonna call that a barely. Okay. Let's see. Can we right here? Absolutely. So that is an absolutely. And then what we're gonna do here is move that fabric out. We're gonna pin that fabric together again. And the area that I couldn't get a whole pad, which I probably will do, see if we can get like an insert out of that. And the insert is like a okay. So we're not going to be able to do that one. This is an insert for the large size pad, and we cannot use that one for that. But let's see the insert for the smaller size pad. And we can. Yes, we can. We can make one out of that. So I'm lining that up. We're going to use this t-shirt to the fullest extent of the law. Okay. So I'm making these pads, and I had a t-shirt that was too small with some really good quality cotton fabric, and I didn't want to throw it out to the Goodwill. So we're doing this project today. We're gonna upcycle. So I made some fabric, some patterns out of backing. And so we're gonna use this t-shirt to its fullest. And so with this other arm, I know that I can use for these smaller size inserts for the core of the pad. So this is how it goes. You have a pad, and then you have a core. So this fits right in the middle of the smaller pattern. Okay. We're gonna get this in there. This is upcycling, guys, to its fullest. I'm gonna pull that up because I don't want that on the seam there. We don't want no trouble. I don't know if it's this pin or not, but this must be the one that doesn't poke through that well. Let's see. That one. Yeah. Alright, so we got that. Both the arms are going to be used for the cores. And so then, let's see, I believe that we have enough space on this pad, on this t-shirt to make, let's see, definitely for a large size pad. So we'll get, I'm going to move that seam over there, pull it down as far as it can go. Yeah. So we can do it. Yes, we can. And I think we have room for a core, like a long core also for the longer pad. And I'm going to tell you how much we got out of this t-shirt. This needs to scooch over just a tiny bit off of that seam there. Just off of the seam. Scooch over. Yeah. Even though I scooched it over, I still think we'll have room for one core. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to smooth that fabric out. Make sure that we're where we need to be with the fabric down here. Okay. So, move those out of the way. I'm going to cut these little arms out the way. I want to get this all moved out the way a little bit because I want to that one is one. Because I definitely want to make sure I get one more core. I don't know. I won't be able to get that long core. But I believe I can get a short, okay, another short core. Which is fine. Why can't I? Let's see. Nope. Even if I move that down a little bit. Let's just try it out. See if I can move that one down. And I always will put my pins on the tray, never on the table, because I can't see that black table that good. Let's see. Oh, look at that. We can get a core out of there, okay. The core is just the center, the most center part of the pad that's gonna help with any additional absorbency. So what I'm gonna have to do is pin this because that's all of this fabric is very important. Okay. Everything is sewn down and I ran out of pins. So I'm going to pin this like in the middle right here. I have one pin left over. Just so I know the measuring part of it. I'm going to just fold this up and out of my way. Wow, I'll deal with this one. Okay. And here we go. Here we go. It's 340. Once I get these out, then we'll be done for right now. I have to go and get my little girl from the bus stop here soon. But once I get these patterns cut out, okay, it'll be probably around that time. Okay, so now I got that, and it's kind of choppy, so I do need to clean that up a little. And I always say I'm not striving for perfection, but that we don't want to get over into the OCD or any of that stuff. So that's why I'm tripping, but I want it nice. But okay. I'm gonna get this one next. And see, this light in here is not that bright. I don't have my ring light. It's downstairs. It's not going all the way down for that. I just don't want to cut my pattern. And there we go. I did just that. But I have to, and then I also have a cut it out on a piece of plastic. So if I need to draw out some more, I have that in case, because it's inevitable that these are going to get nipped, or what have you, and they might need new ones. And see, still, I have these little buttons too. And these are some good buttons. So I'll probably Let's see how these pop off. Yep, we're not wasted any of that. Okay. There's nothing else I could do that I know of with that. I'm gonna put these buttons in a little bin right there. That's what I can't worry about. The little ones right now, the buttons. So we have that one cut out. Alright. So we have that. This is a liner for a pad. And on the back of that, I got just a little bit of the seam of the armpit, but that's okay. No worries. No worries. And this one, because this is next, this is a core. We're going to go ahead and pin that down. So when I go to cut it, it won't lift up. And we'll have our guideline for the core. I have ran out of pins. That's why I hadn't pinned that one down. Okay. So. And I'm cutting this out if you guys are just tuning in or anything like that. I had a really nice t-shirt that was too small for me. It didn't look good on me anymore. And I'm using that fabric to make pads, reusable sanitary napkin pads. That's what that is. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna first thing cut these buttons off, because remember we're upcycling the old t-shirt. The shirt is too small for me. It doesn't look good on me. I don't know if it ever did, but guess what we're doing today? We're upcycling it. Now, one thing I am doing is I am exercising. I'm losing, hope to tone up, lose weight, but I don't know. Not saving the shirt for to wear on my as a t-shirt anymore. So we're saving cutting the buttons off of it. I cut the buttons off the other arm. These are some really good quality buttons. Okay, and we're gonna just put those over there. You're getting the most about this t-shirt. If I need little buttons for something, we got little buttons for something. I thought this was a Tommy Hilfiger t-shirt. So I must have a pink one that is Tommy Hilfiger. It's not. It's a Croft and Barrel t-shirt. And usually they too have a nice, good quality fabric that they use. And to be honest, guys, I bought this secondhand. I'm a thrift shopper, treasure hunter. And so that's one idea that you can do for your upcycling or thrift shopping or what have you. I have a couple other projects where I will be see, and when you're doing it double and not laying it flat on the floor on a table, see, I missed that whole section because this is double. So I'm getting so I'm gonna show you what I yielded out of this shirt, how much fabric I did. And you know, with thrift shopping becoming so popular these days, the prices in the thrift stores are really going up. Really going up. Very big business right about now. So even with that, I have really gotten, so this is what we got out of that piece of fabric. I'm gonna put them all together to show you what all I got out of this, okay? Just let me get these other two pieces out of here. And this is garbage. Okay. Okay. So a lot that I got out of this fabric, out of this shirt. So this is the last one. And so here we go. I'm going to get these buttons off because these are some really good buttons. They're decorative, but you never know what you need buttons for. And that sounds, we don't want to be a hoarder, but we don't want to throw away anything that's useful either. So, here we go. This is the last piece. Make sure this fabric is as even as possible. So cut that out. We may have a little bit of overhang, but we could just make that piece a little bit smaller on the pad. Nobody's checking like that. This will save money in the long run. I'll probably be working in here this evening in the craft room. I'm gonna get these big extras on off, cut it out, and then I'll go back in and start trying to clear out some of these corners. These scissors are very okay. I have some longer ones, but I'm trying not to go through that thick part. Yesterday was so rainy here in Wisconsin. I went out in the rain and walked the dog, and we both were soaked and wet. People were riding by like, what's wrong with her? I have a vehicle, but we have to get used to being out in the elements sometimes. My dog is, so we went out there and we walked the dog. We walked around waiting for Amaya to get off the school bus. Okay, that was the alarm let me know it's getting close to time to getting her off the school bus. Okay. So we have all the buttons off of that fabric. This was a t-shirt with some really good cotton that we're just reusing. That's like, it didn't look good on me. I put it on today, and I was like, nah, no, not today, and not tomorrow. And I make sure that we walk 9 blocks, not around the blocks, but we walk 9 blocks when I pick her up. So he and I don't just go to the bus stop, but we're walking to get our little exercise in, getting the heart rate up and moving the body. Yeah. So we walked in the rain yesterday. People probably were like, oh, but I do have a vehicle. If I wanted to, I could have just pulled it out the garage and went and got her. But you know what? We didn't do that. We did not do that. It was a whole experience. Okay, so guys, this is what we got. So this is what we cut out. This is for the large pad. Okay, this is for the large pad, and we're gonna compare it, the pattern for the large pad, and then this is the pattern for the smaller pad, and you can see the size comparison. So this would be for a smaller flow or smaller person, or larger flow, bigger person, whatever. Okay, so what we got out of this, and these are two layers to this. So we got 1, 2. Let's see. Here you go. 3, 4, because this these are the big ones. And then here you go. It's 5 and 6. 6 pieces for the bottom, for the bottoms. Okay, so this is 2. 4. 6. 6 of the smaller, for the smaller pattern. Is that how many I got for the top one? Yeah. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6. 6 for the of that, and 6 of that. Okay, and then we have the cores. So it's 2 right here for the smaller excuse me, for the smaller one. 2, 4 of the cores for the smaller pads, and that core fit right down like in the middle, like your like the core, the heavy absorbing flow. Okay, so we got 4 from that one, for that one, and then we got 2 of these cores for the middle flow. That's pretty awesome. Okay. And so this, and then we got like, I forgot how many buttons that it was. And then this right here is the scrap material that's left over from that t-shirt. So we'll have, I could just do cotton pads. And so then you would have had, we would have gotten, what did I say, is 6 of them. There's 2, 4, sheesh, how many is that? Is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay, yeah, there we go, 6. So I could do 3 pads, 3 whole pads. If I use this cotton as a topper in the bottom, which it could be like a panty liner. So that would be very nice. It's very nice, soft material. So we could do alarms, 4 o'clock. So we could do it that way and actually get 3 whole pads, which is really good. 6, okay, we could do get 6 pads out of it, like almost complete pads if it had the cores, and I could just add like which I probably would do felt for the inner core with that, because I don't want them all big and bulky. This one is super bulky. I used several layers in here, and that was really difficult to sew around the edges and everything like that. And the core is in here like really thick. So this is gonna be really like for a really good absorbency right here. That one is, but I don't want them all to be this thick and bulky. You may need that. We want it more streamlined. You know, you don't want to, like, for a girl's first time to have this big old bulky pad in there in the middle. You want something more where she's gonna almost not even notice that she has it on. And then, you know, for even a more experienced pad wearer, you don't want that. So we're going to put these scissors away for right now. Clean that up. I'm just going to leave these over to the side because I'll be working with these a little bit later on. Yeah. Put those over to the side. Put this up in this way. I was making some resin product, resin crafts, and I don't know what I could have put down on this table, but I didn't mess up my whole table, but it's pretty. I don't know how to remove resin. I don't know if this is forever, but okay. All right, anyway, guys, thanks for joining me on this project. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. All right. We'll see you guys later. Bye.